Hey, it is Sunday night and it's been a pretty busy day for me. I kind of don't like church starting at 11:30 because by the time I get up, I start the water out in my garden. I might do a couple of things and then I go get it ready for church. And then when you get home at 1:30 and I do my other study and I'm supposed to be doing and the day's gone. And I could have used so much time out here. I think I've got everything for the water line now, so that's pretty exciting to me. The other day, somebody made a comment to me. They said, I don't quite understand what you mean about being able to bury tomatoes as deep as you can. So I just want to show you what I'm doing right now. All right, so I'm going to start with this. And first of all, if you'll notice that tomato right there, it's that one that I got from some individuals over in Vernal, and it's a cherry tomato, and the only reason that I'm planting it is for the grandkids. They like cherry tomatoes, but if you can look at that, look how long and lanky that puppy is. Look at that. So what I mean by you can bury them up is that I've got a hole dug right here, and I've already got all the additives put into it, and I would guess that that hole is at least probably 15 inches deep. Well, I don't know. Don't ask me. Maybe 12 inches deep. I don't know. It's a long ways down there. That's all I know. And so what I'm going to do is I took off all of the leaves. See, there's no leaves from the roots all the way up there. And I'm going to break this up a little bit, like I do with everything. Okay. So then I'm going to just throw a little bit dirt down there in the very bottom of that. Oops. And then I'm going to just bury that. And look how high. This is what's going to be above ground now. Now I'll probably snap off or nip off the top of that. But see, when I put that dirt back in there and water it good, tomatoes, I think, are the only plant that will start making roots from those stems, right wherever they're buried to. And so I hope that makes more sense. It's really good when you've got these long lanky things that you're able to do that, but it's also good with, I've got some heirloom tomatoes that I went and got just yesterday, and they're still pretty tall, and I'm probably going to take off probably at least up to about here. So what is that? Maybe 4 or 5 inches, 5 inches maybe. And I'll bury it clear up to there. So it'll only leave about that much. And it'll give it more stability. And it also will not have as much shock, transplant shock, when I put them in there. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about the tomatoes that I got. And this is because of Brianne. So Brianne, if you're listening, you're at fault. Okay, so it's getting kind of late at night. It's probably, I think, 7:30 or something. And that's the west, and that's that sun that's coming in. So I apologize for the lighting. But I wanted to do this tonight, and then I wanted to get it closed up so I could start planting this grow bed. And it's this little black, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just a Tupperware water trough. And we just happened to find that, I think I found it at a... Well, I want to say I found it at a garage sale, but I don't think that's what happened. I think that we had two. Yeah, I think we had 2 of them down to the place by my mom's. And we never have a whole bunch of horses down there since we don't breed them anymore and have too many colts. And there it was just sitting there. And there it was empty. And so I told my husband to just go get it and bring it up to my house. And he balked. Oh my gosh, he balked. And we put it over by the orchard. And the problem with it being over at the orchard is that there was not really, first of all, it wasn't level. Second of all, whoever it was that filled that for me, it wasn't me. I would have known better. But they just filled it with dirt. Just plain dirt, right out of the ground dirt. And you just can't do that in raised beds because the dirt gets too compact and nothing will grow in it. So the tomato plants grew that first season, except I would have to go out there and I put a a Diet Coke bottle and a feeder so that it would water just one specific plant, and that just took forever. And you know me, I can't have something that takes a long time because there's not enough hours in the day. So anyway, I think it was last summer, maybe the summer before that. No, I think it was last spring. Not this spring, but the spring before. And I had the guys up here, and I saw a picture of it the other day. And I had all the guys from the shop were up here with Weston, and they dug all that dirt out. And boy, I think they were taking my name in vain. I kept telling them it wasn't my problem, it wasn't my fault, let's blame somebody else, but oh well. And they got it empty, and then they brought it over here, and then I filled it like I do all the rest of my raised beds. And last year I put some heirloom tomatoes in it. But they were some heirloom tomatoes that had really struggled to even be here. And they didn't do well at all. It wasn't in the right spot. I didn't have a good watering system to it. I will have a good watering system to it now. And I think it'll be better this time. And also, I've also put, I think I've put 4 bags of compost in there and mixed it up really good. So I think that they're going to do really well. But other than that little cherry tomato that I was just planting there, everything else in this bed is going to be heirloom tomatoes. Now, Brianne wanted to try some Cherokee purple, and I think we tried some last year that were like that, or were that type, but I don't remember a lot about them. They're kind of a long, it takes them to mature from 72 to 90 days, but they're a big tomato, and it says in the little card about them, see that? Medium, dusky rose fruits with brick red flesh and rich flavor. Matures in 72 to 90 days, and they can transplant when the leaves are 1 inch above the soil level, which these are way above that, and then just keep them well watered. Now, I put them in last year because I was trying to figure out if I could do a lot of heirloom fruits and vegetables so that if I needed to at some point in the future, if I had to get my own seeds so I'd have seeds for the next year, I would be able to do that. Well, last year this was not, and I repeat, not a good experience. And I told Brianne again, I repeat, I am not going to do heirloom tomatoes again. Guess what we're doing? So half of them are these are Cherokee purple. Now, something that I had always read about heirlooms is that they did not fight disease as well as hybrids do. Because hybrids are bred to have like different diseases, have them bred out of it, that they won't get those. And heirlooms are not, because they are a pure, I think there's probably some crossing somewhere, but they're a pure tomato. Or they're a pure any plant. Anything that you do hybrid is a pure plant. And that's why you can take the seeds from them and harvest the seeds, and you can use them the next season. Where if I go in here on the celebrities or those DX52s, I don't know what else I've got over there, early girls, better boys, if you try to plant those seeds next year, maybe a few plants will come up, you won't get any fruit. They just don't. They don't make fruit. They're not made for that. They're also made so that you have to go buy more seeds from the seed companies next year. They knew what they're doing. But anyway, this one, it says that it does not get that many diseases. It's pretty good about that. And it is a big tomato. It's really rich in flavor. So if we do well with these, and I hope we do, then I'll be looking forward to it. But it's kind of a, look at that. It's got red and kind of a dusky purple almost to the top of them. So we should be able to tell those. And then the other ones are some of the ones that I planted last year. And they're called a mortgage lifter. And the reason that they're called that is because whoever it was that developed this tomato, he started doing these plants, and within a couple of years, he was able to pay off his entire mortgage because they were so good and they were such great producers. And I thought, well, that's neat. We're going to try those. Well, they weren't for me last year, but maybe this year. They also, well, they mature in 79 days. And the fruit size, they say, is between 1 and 2 pounds. That is a big tomato. They say that they're heirloom variety, an improved version of the Radiator Charlie's mortgage lifter. Now, I don't know what that means. I guess I should go back and research that a little bit. Matures in 79 days. Best in organic, rich, well-drained soil. Water freely in dry weather. Well, last night, if I had planted these yesterday, I wouldn't have to plant it. I wouldn't have to water them today, because last night from about dark until way after midnight, we had some substantial rain, and I loved every minute of it. And I was kind of cursing myself out for not having everything finished in this stupid garden. But we'll get there. I keep saying, Brianne the other day said, well, Mom, you might still be planting tomatoes in December. Unknown to her, in the last year, I built a room around my hot tub. Now, the hot tub was never my idea. Ken loved the hot tub. He loved to go out there and get in it at night, especially if it was cold, you know, and warm up or whatever. But the problem is that with the wind, the way we get up here, which you wouldn't believe it if this was my very first video of mine that you'd ever watched, because it is beautiful up here tonight, and there is no wind at all. But anyway, in the wintertime, when the wind starts howling up here, it would take the snow, and it's on the east side, not quite my east side, but kind of like the northeast side of my house, and it would blow. Usually our wind blows kind of from the southwest, and it would blow snow all the way around and just cover that hot tub. And so that wasn't very good. And so we tried a few things. One year I think we put cedar fence boards up there, which was great. It blocked the bottom. It didn't block the top. And it didn't block the snow, when the snow would come around that fence. So then the next year we decided, well, that didn't work. So let's just put a wall up there. So we did. We put a wall up there, and we put 2 big windows in it. Just one wall, left the others open to the porch. It was beautiful. Did not work at all either. So that was the last thing that Ken was going to do. I mean, he had all these projects that we were going to do this summer after he got killed, but he got killed. And so anyway, we went ahead, and I this year finished the other 2 walls with some big windows, a walk-through door, and also some what are they called? French doors. So in case I ever have to take the hot tub out, we can take a chainsaw to it and get it out. But anyway, I'm going to put some shelves in there here in about, well, I bought some at an auction about a month ago. And they are just wire shelves that came out of a kitchen. And I'm going to put them in there. And in a couple of months, I'm going to start some tomato seeds and some zucchini seeds. And I don't know what else. Maybe some peppers. And I am going to have a garden in my hot tub room, probably until Christmas. We shall see. But that's the idea. So, yeah. Maybe I might still be planting in December. Brianne was right. But, you know, I got to get these tomatoes done. If I keep talking to you the rest of the night, then it's going to get dark. And I'm going to think, maybe I'll do them tomorrow. I got to get them tonight. Got to get them done. Can't put off this stuff anymore. So you guys have a good night. I hope that you have had a wonderful weekend. This, starting tomorrow, is the 4th of July week, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun on the 4th of July. We've got a parade here in Duchesne. Well, first of all, we have the Lions Club breakfast. Everybody's invited. Just come pay for your breakfast. It's great. And then we are going to have a parade at 10:30, and then we're going to, I think they're going to have the water park with big water slides that are going to be open, and the swimming pool is going to be open, and then we're going to have some music and a concert down in the park afterwards. So we're going to have a good time. And then I think the rest of the weekend I'm going to work in my yard. Yay. So you guys have a good time. And I hope to talk to you maybe Monday or Tuesday. We'll see what we get done. But you guys keep smiling. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, let's talk about it. And if you've got any questions, let's answer them. I hope we answered that question that the individual had about that tomato plant. So now I'm going to shut up and I'm going to start planting. So good night. Okay, so I'm pretty frustrated. It is 19 minutes after 9 and it is dark outside. And I only got one kind of heirloom tomato put in that raised bed because I forgot that I bought 16 of them, not just a few. So anyway, I've still got 16 more of the Cherokee Purple that have to be planted tomorrow because the bed's not built yet, so I'll have to get that done tomorrow. And I went to water it so I could go in and go to bed. And who's kidding? I'm not going to go in and go to bed because I don't sleep. But I went in there, I went over here and got the hose and had the sprayer on it, and I went and was going to spray it, and the hose blew a hole in it. And this is a brand new hose that I bought just this last week. And all I had was I've used it maybe 3 times. I am so frustrated. Why do hoses have to be like that? I think I paid like $45 for this hose, and it's only a 50-foot hose. It's supposed to be a commercial hose. Ugh! I'm just so... So now I've got the sprinkler going out there, and it'll take a few minutes for it to go ahead and get it watered so that I can go to bed. Ugh! I am just peeved. But anyway, so tomorrow I'm going to go to work in the morning, and then I'm going to have to put together a grow bed, and then I'm going to have to fill it, and then I'm going to have to plant it. Oh well, such is life. You guys have a good night. I hope you sleep well.